What is going on, you sexy little devils? This is Fallen from OTB, and I've also got to give a shout out to the Drummins here to, follow through on my serious video here. Something like that. It's not starting out too serious, but what we've got today, guys, we've got the new concept, and I had made some official videos before that were, more so just kind of shoutcasting the attacks and, giving the good props and everything for these attacks. And I felt like, I've I've considered the fact that I'm just not going to be a YouTube legend. So really what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this more for a tool to help us understand. And what I want to call this, and maybe we're going to do this from now on, I don't know, we'll see. This is called cause and effect. And cause and effect is, pertaining to war here. And that's what makes a 3-star attack so efficient, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain why an attack was a 3-star attack, and and then we can learn from it and see exactly what, where everything went right, if you will. Hence the name cause and effect. Anyways, we're going to delve into this. What a stellar war we had here, you guys. The only base that we did not kill was their number 1. Which was a pretty decent TH10. We'll give them the respect on that one. So let's just see kind of how this goes. This is going to be a long video, so feel free to fast forward anytime you want to. You are not, committed to this. So, anyways, let's start nice and strong. We got a lot of TH9s to show. Going with Ricky's attack here on number 2. And, I mean, just looking at this base 2 at the beginning, we're seeing a base where there's obviously a back end that needs to be dealt with one way or another. And so what went so well in this, this style of an attack is we've got what you call a southern teaser. So you need to, you tease it. You go right in at that thing. Easy CC pull right there too. So you just have this wall of troops that, as long as you are not tripping the bombs with your squishy stuff, you're going to make sure it's the skeletons and the golems. Everything's busy, and as he finally gets up to this core right here, we still have a lot of witches alive, and when he sends in these hogs, as soon as that queen is locked on to everything right here, that's when all the big bad boys are moving in. Here's what makes this attack so successful. He's got 2 heals total. And he's going to send those hogs in on the right side here. And now other things are very distracted right now. There is a bomb right there, so he needs to be able to heal over those things. And here's where the success happens. He's got one more heal still too. It's the fact that he had overwhelmed a lot of those defenses. And with the hogs coming in on a base like this is what's really going to make it successful. And as they just kind of sweep across, you don't need many hogs to get the job done. You want to be able to put into your main force happening for you. And I think that's what made this attack so successful. And look at all those hogs left even after the major damage they were under. 6 witches to keep them busy, 2 golems. It was bringing the right comp. And we're going to hear this a lot too. And I'm going to try and avoid saying it on every single attack because that really is what makes every attack so useful and successful. Snow's attack on number 3. It's kind of a similar, not a similar base, but a similar comp that was used here. He wanted to go a little bit heavier here on everything, and here comes that message. That was an inevitable message. I knew it was coming. Anyways, so what we have here is we have a whole side of this base, a major portion of this that is spoken for, where everything is tanking. We have the wizards on the outside taking out those outside defenses, so all they can do is move forward and just project themselves forward, and it just makes your odds so much better when you know everything is being tanked by those golems, and when your heroes are behind, especially with a rage, and they're doing the work, that's amazing. So anyways, a couple bombs right there. That will happen. You're going to lose some stuff sometimes. He has made it so far with this kill squad, and that is what's successful in this particular style of attack. So when he's coming in with the surgical hogs here up on top, which ends up being more of a cluster, and he saved that extra heal. He's taking care of those hogs, and God, come on. He's just taking care of everything right there. And, look at that, though. He kept those hogs alive long enough So other things are tanking. The hogs are still in pretty good health. There's a few left which they do manage to kill that, at least that wizard tower, I believe. They had done their job long enough to, to separate the base, and everything is still tanking. That's what I enjoy about that particular style of a base. It's very open. When you have a design that's like that too, you want to be able to send it, your force in on the big bulky side of it, and if you know you can tank it, that is. And then the hogs kind of do the back end work once again. So that was absolutely beautiful. Very, very well done. We have a Sagres attack right here now. I'd like to be able to show Snow's attack on this because he got, what, 97% or something. He was like 1 or 2 buildings away from bringing this bad boy home. He just ran out of time, and the issue at hand there was cleanup. So because we probably will all watch this attack quite a bit, just one golem, nice and simple, towards this queen. The max golem helps. He set up a really kind of a strict path right there. He didn't want to waste too much time spreading things out so much, so he's just got the main force right here. And then here come the loons right away with that haste spell. Getting in there from the outside. There's no pressure to do major damage quite yet, so he's using a rage finally on the right side there. Probably because he knew that he just wanted to do the damage just to make sure and get it from all sides right here. And, that's an attack too, where you're seeing, 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have your bottom and your top. And, usually you'll send something bottom or top, just some kind of free-floating loons just to kind of take care of the job right there. And that was really well done. It's just pretty you can just visualize it all happening right there. And we'll do my attack on number 6. I wanted to show the other one, but on a base like this, that obviously you're going to bring witches to, to be able to separate everything out, I love using 3 golems when 3 golems are necessary to bring on a base like this. I really like it because you can get your stuff in from either side here. And of course I'm going to come in towards the queen. And so there's the 2 right there, and then, backed up with wizards, and then the final part to worry about is that middle. So he's coming in last because you don't want to take any extra damage. That's the golem that's going to be leading the charge right here. And the success of this attack too is, as I kind of pause right here, the success is being able to take everything out on the top left and bottom left with your wizards as the golems are tanking. So if you think about it, the golems aren't even, they're really just pawns on the top and the bottom. Because that's like, a quarter of the defenses are in each, quadrant of the base. So, those golems are really just fodder, and as long as they can survive long enough to kill those 3 structures, it's worth it, because sometimes they'll go around the outside, wizards will follow them, they'll do the extra damage. We're keeping wizards alive in a situation like this, and that's what's really important. So keep in mind here how I have 4 balloons, which are going to be coming in on the top right, as everything's breaking in here and getting to the core. It's almost time. Finally, we got that rage up, which is good. I want to be able to trip any kind of bombs, and then the jump goes up instantly. So as we get to this point right here, obviously everything's moving forward, and you can already kind of tell, like, the damage is being done to this thing right now. The golems have moved forward. We've got 2 golems now going on the inside. I'm sure there's a lot of DPS in the middle, but with everything leading forward, we're looking at the back end at this point right now. It's time to start thinking about that. And so I got the loons to go in this top corner because it's that's the fewest amount of troop space. I'm literally getting 3 defensive kills with just 20 space. So totally worth it for that whole section of the base. And then down here I brought 5 hogs just to be able to run amok and be the backup here just in case I needed some help, because I can't bring loons to something like that. So here they are. They're just punching the hell out of the core right here. And all the right things are tanking once again. The jumps, actually all of the golems took the jump. That's super cool. They finally worked their way around too. And Look at just this chaos in the middle right here. I mean, it's so over, it's not even funny. So the hogs come in on the bottom at different angles, and then the loons come in up top. They've already gotten to the point where it's time to think about that back end cleanup, and we'll do the trades for all those, those unnecessary, that unnecessary damage where, loons do their job, and the hogs here too. 5 hogs, there's what, 3 or 4 still alive. Queen did go around the outside, but it is so over at this point that that was the right comp to bring. We've got all our golem line, like kind of like a they're doing the limbo. They're doing the old mariachi limbo. Bring those golems in. Anyways, that was just a good example. I love being able to explain my attacks a little more because my thought process and whatnot is my own, so I can help explain it a little bit better. Ash's attack right here, your typical hog attack, and God, is Ash has just got this business down so hard. Easy CC pull right there. Pretty predictable what we're going to be doing with it here, as we kind of go faster here in this vid. Anyways, here we go. A nice little CC pull up there. The dragons are dead before anyone even knows. Here comes a kind of a late golem, and I think one of the most successful parts of attacks like this is how far, when you're sending 2 golems, it's all about how far those golems are going to go as they trip the bombs right there. And they go so far into the core right here. They've already done their job, and, here come the surgicals. It doesn't even matter at that point. And, having something to tank, I think the success of this very attack is how he sent in the hogs as soon as the enemy queen was going to go down, which means that the golems were still tanking everything. As those hogs got to the core right here, whenever you see the 4 Teslas in the core, that's when, you're going to be aware that, your hogs are going to be taking so much damage. So if by any chance your golem ends up making it to there, and they start picking up like an Expo or, some of the Teslas or something like that, that's when your success is going to happen. Another one. Sorry about that. That's when you're going to have your success, and it's just freaking awesome when you go about doing it like that. That was number 7. We'll run up to number 11 here real quick. Cap's attack here. Cap. And, this is such a cool strat because, this is kind of like a one hive related strat, but look how much damage. I mean, he's got a nice kill squad. He's got 20 hogs, which is a little bit fewer than your typical amount. But what he has here is he's got the healer that's keeping that golem alive just optimally. And look what happens here is he started his queen by herself down there with the healers. He's got the golem being healed on the far left right there. The success of this attack is literally the amount of percentage he gets in, and the fact that these defenses go down significantly, and then he's got 20 hogs to be able to do the other 50% of the base right there. So we flopped that jump a little bit. I don't know. I'm not even 100% sure the plan on that bad boy, but nothing went where it needed to go right there. He still has some stuff banging away on the outside. He had to use his queen's ability, which sometimes you lose the healers then. Sometimes they run away and they'll just heal something else instead, like a golem or whatever. But she's still got a little bit of support, as she does pick up the Expo. So look how much damage has been done here. There are, like, the amount of structures that are down for 20 hogs to be able to get in there and do. Let alone he's already kind of diagnosed the base and he understands, where the damage has been done. And where he needs to kind of be careful after that. He's able to then send in the surgical hogs from each top and right side and be able to just kind of creep in between that stuff with a heal for each squad. So that's brilliant right there. He's got all of the defenses spoken for. It was a slow attack, but that's the point, and then those healers are still alive, which makes them just... I mean, think about all the healing that's happening right now. He's kept so many things busy, like the Expos, the Teslas. That is what made that attack so successful, as the golem is full health, and the queen goes back to full health even after she used her ability pretty early. That's we've seen better bases out there. That's all right, but it's just so proof right there that the right thing had been brought. And good freaking job on that business there. We got a Nando attack. We have a Nando attack. Check this out. This is really cool. Expos are set to ground, but Nando says, forget it. I'm bringing hogs. It doesn't even matter. So he gets the little trip bottom. He gets the pull. He has triggered the bombs, or one bomb. And, I mean, it's still as successful when you can do that. He's got the nice little witches started right there. Could have started the queen a little bit earlier behind him, but he wants to make sure to aim that queen as the golem gets down. Here comes the royalty in to, he didn't set the pathing 100%, but, it's okay if the queen goes down, and if they're going to get a little ways farther. Here come the hogs. He's playing it safe. He tried to pre-heal over that bomb up top, which they were not there, but that was great thinking, though. And look at these hogs as they just stay grouped. Everything else is still tanking. He still has his kill squad alive. Wizards, Queen does go around the outside, and King does go the other direction, but, look at them as being tanking, and they're also performing the cleanup duty on top of everything. So this attack really was most successful in how he sent in his hogs and how his kill squad was doing. You can't, you have to be able to change the plan sometimes, so that will happen. Super sexy job there for the Nando. And let's see, that was him on 15 there. So we're going to jump down to 20 on Billa's attack. Labong. And, here's your typical TH8. You've got, the rings, the crazy stuff. It would be a horrible base for dragons. Would not be working well at all. You did get the easy CC pull. Now Billa is someone who does not usually use hogs. He's a dragon and a little bit of a go wiper, when it calls for it. But he's going to get the easy kill on the CC right here, using few troops. I mean, he still has a lot of cleanup wizards left, and he even lost a lot of. Let's stop it right here too. These heal placements, as all the hogs are kind of moving together. Watch and see how he saves his last heal. So he knows that they're taking damage, but he's playing it safe, and he's just going to hit every little quadrant here, and boom, not too early on the heal. As the third one comes up, obviously there could be a bomb there could be something going on there. Turned out to be spring traps, it looks like, but he was patient on his heals, and for that, he's got enough hogs to do the trick. Super, super nice job right there. I'm not sure what happened to the king. King probably could have come in a little bit earlier, but, in hindsight, that's a different episode. Awesome job right there. That's, that attack was super successful because he was able to hang on to that heal, or all of his heals, and use them, he managed them pretty damn well. So super nice job. Our final attack here for this war, DJ or Djaka. He's learning the hogs here himself. He's a little bit new to hogs, so we're gonna give him that. And he got a really nice CC pull right there, and he knows now to expect Teslas in those open areas. And he committed just a few troops to killing that CC, which is awesome. He's got 7 wizards left, which is more than enough. Here he comes in with the surgical hog approach. And they all meet together, and that heal was a little bit late, but it was kind of an oh shit heal. As the second one goes down right over this potential bomb spot right there, and boom, that's wonderful. And then the third one over, he picked up on it a little bit late, which was perfect though, because he got it, he got what he needed there. And more than enough heals to go around and do the trick. And then all those wizards for cleanup, which make it just like they lock in your ability to 3-star the base. Sometimes there aren't enough hogs left, so it's coming down to your usage of cleanup, wizards and stuff like that. Look at this builder hut here. It's going to be the last thing to be brought down. That's how you got to go about doing it. That's a smart plan. Really well done. Couldn't ask for better. Save the king for last, huh? Get that. Okay, sure. So, what a great job. What a super nice war. We slaughtered this thing, and, defensively, we just kind of were irrelevant. We didn't really care, their leader actually came over to us and congratulated us and said, great job. We were working together a little bit and talking to him about what to do and how to make an attack better or something like that. And it's just good practice for us. We literally slaughtered this war. I mean, it was over right away. The amount of 3-stars, we were somewhere around 60% 3-star ratio, 24 3-stars with less than. So it's over 50% efficiency on a 3-star attack. Which is, that's the name of the game, boys. That's what we're here for. This is OTB, and damn it, we will deliver, fellas. Anyways, nice long video. Been busy lately, so I haven't had many videos, which explains everything pretty much. I had a fun one, though. Hopefully we can continue working with this idea. Maybe I'll get better as it goes. Who knows? I'm pretty shitty right now, but let's just see what the future has in store for us there, guys. And fellow Drummians! This is Fallen from OTB, signing off.